It was great. Pat Schneider was one of my best friends growing up, the whole group. My mom's godson, John Twist. There you go. Dana Trotsky.
Never forget where you came from.
No, never. Well, they won't let me forget. So here we go. What do you got?
You guys getting used to this one-day prep?
Yeah, obviously that's a concern we always have. You're trying to close up Rutgers with some film, then come on the floor and talk about Iowa, then you go back and watch Iowa, and it's a little almost haphazard. But at the same time, if we do what we do well and just stick to our trademarks and our guidelines of how we need to play, that will guide us to winning. And you just can't get too crazy with, what the other team brings to the table.
You had an emotionally draining loss at Ohio State, a physically draining win at Rutgers all this week. How are the guys doing just as far as their energy and the legs?
I thought we were okay in practice energy-wise. But anytime you've been through that and then have an off day, they kind of come back a little less focused. And so I would imagine tomorrow, like I told them after practice, tomorrow we need more focus, more edge, more intensity, and be ready to go. But certainly, you've got to get yourself going again, and that's always a concern for a coach too. But we'll be ready. It's Iowa, man. We'll be ready.
Is that something we're having a defense that's playing well is kind of a luxury, I guess, knowing that it's maybe easier to play good defense and have to rely on an offense to go out and get you?
Well, defense travels. Defense goes deep into tournaments. Defense does a lot of things for you. Our defensive numbers have really, really gotten better and better, and I'm proud of our guys for buying in because our best years have been our best defensive years here too.
Why is that? I mean, buy-in, obviously, but I mean, is there any other thing you can kind of pinpoint for why it's gotten so much better in January especially?
I think just with the amount of new guys, acclimating to terminology, style of play, when we say fire or Russian or triple mob, something like that. I made that one up, but anyhow, they know what we mean now. Where earlier Cope might have gone, huh? Or just using him as an example. So I think we're just more familiar with the system and responsibilities.
Your three-point field goal defense, Tim, has really improved. Is the athleticism maybe the main part of that and some structural stuff?
Yeah, I think it's a marriage of both. There's no doubt the length and athleticism we've got have really helped us defend the three. I think systematically the fact that we made the commitment to it, knowing that it might put us on edge. I was worried about fouling. I was worried about rebounding. I was right about rebounding, but we've done a pretty good job without fouling, which I'm happy about. And if we can just, fix a few things on rebounding and improve that, I think that could really help us. But, if we were a great rebounding too, we'd be top 10 in the country in everything. Like the pulls, the stats, everything. So, it's just kind of the state we are in too. But I think we've done a lot of good things, and I think the guys' length and athleticism have certainly been the biggest thing.
After kind of an extended trip on the road, how's it feel to be back home for a game here tomorrow night?
Well, it felt good to sleep with our own pillow and on our own bed. I know that. So I think guys will be fired up when they see Pinnacle Bank Arena full, knowing they're in the top 5 of the league and with a chance to keep going in that direction. Those are exciting nights on a rare Saturday night Big Ten game here in Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Did that 4-day road trip sort of feel like almost a tournament to you?
Kinda, yeah. When you think about, I guess I didn't think about it that way. Just as we traveled, we spent a lot of time together. We met a lot, and talked a lot about where we're trying to go with our team and what's going on. And we had a difficult loss and a difficult victory both. So we kind of went through both gamuts of emotion that way too.
Those back-to-back games, I know Wisconsin and Minnesota are a little bit more spaced out, but does that prepare you to go on the road a few times in these last couple weeks, the next few weeks?
The Big Ten is the Big Ten, so whenever you go on the road, you're in for it. And major college basketball is kind of that way too, whether you go to St. John's or wherever, Creighton. So I think our guys know what it takes to win on the road. We started this year going to Mississippi State, playing a very athletic Mississippi State team and doing well. And so I think that from the get-go, they've understood what to do, probably because it's an older group that way. Anything else?
Iowa, real quick.
Trying to bait me into something here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tee it up here.
Hallmark.
They are at the bottom of the Big Ten standings, but they just beat Wisconsin by 18. Are they a team that has just taken a while to figure themselves out?
Well, Fran's an excellent coach, and they've got tremendous bigs, and they're almost too big, where they have to play so big that there's not always enough room for everybody too. And so I think that they changed their rotations a little bit last game, shortened it up a little bit. I think they're finding their own way, and I think they'll be really tough to beat because Fran does a great job with them, and they've got a lot of talent too. And I don't get too much into what somebody's record is because I know there are times we're at the bottom of the standings and we felt like we could beat anybody, And when I got a guy like James Palmer over there, who's, a potential all-league guard, making play after play, coming in with a focused, great mentality every night out, I feel very good about our chances. Thanks.
Thank you.